Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the Seal Universe. Seal 99 plays here with a new playthrough of Pokemon Soul Silver version. This has been something I have been wanting to do for a very long time, which was film a Pokemon series for everybody on my channel. Because as much as I don't want to classify myself as a Pokemon YouTuber, because I'm not, because I don't just post about Pokemon constantly, I've never done a Pokemon series before. And I thought, why not start with one of my favorite games from my childhood? So, let's dive in, shall we? I'll first tell you important things about this game. Please touch any topic if you'd like to know more about on the lower screen. So, control info, which is pretty simple. It's A, Z, A, B, up, down, left, right, Y, X, L, R, which I don't think you use L and R for anything, I could be wrong, and then of course start select. Basically, this was one of the DS games. I believe this was after the original Gen 4 games. Yes, it was, because Gen 4 came out in because Sinnoh games, the original Sinnoh games came out in like 2006, I think. So yeah, basically, Soul Silver is a game that came. Soul Silver and its sister game Heart Gold came out together in 2009, where it was a remake of Generation 2, back when Generation 2 was like in the 90s, if I remember correct. I think Gold and Silver were originally like, I don't know exactly, because one, I never grew up with Gold and Silver. I just know they were very old. 99, yeah. So I was correct. So yeah. And you guys may be asking, well, what's Generation 2? What is this game, and what is this? Well, for those who have been under a rock for a very long time, or you just don't know what Pokemon is probably one of the best franchises, I want to say. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling for my words here. Pokemon is made by Game Freak, which Game Freak is I believe owned by Nintendo. I could be wrong. If you are wrong, please, by all means, correct me in the comments. Yeah. So Pokemon is something that I love. I mean, you guys can tell from my channel, I'm literally named after a Pokemon, and you can see, of course, on the on my layout, I have I have a wonderful art piece made by one of my friends. So yeah, it's pretty good. I think that Soul Silver and Heart Gold are great remakes. They make everything about the original Gold and Silver, and technically Crystal, if you want to count Crystal, a lot better. They add a lot of new things, stuff I will not be able to show too much, because one, I don't have access to a Pokewalker and stuff like that. Now, what is a Pokewalker? Well, I'll get more into that later on down the line when I think it will come into play more often. But yeah. I grew up with the DS, so I thought that doing one of these games would be fun, because this is kind of not a dark horse game, but I can definitely, if you talk about the DS games, usually people are talking about Platinum, not Platinum, Diamond, Pearl, Black and White, Black and White 2. That is because Johto is kind of not the best received reason. Especially with the Gym Leader's Pokemon, which I could rant about for hours, but you guys don't want to hear that, unless you do, which by all means, I'll make a video, and I'll make a video about that. Who knows, maybe I'll make an actual script. But yeah, this is great. Anyway, so, I guess I should lay out the rules of the land and just kind of go through everything. Rule number 1, I guess thing number one. This is not going to explore every in and out of Heart Gold and Soul Silver. This is going to be a very casual playthrough of Heart Gold and Soul Silver. If you want a complete guide, I highly recommend a few different PokeTubers. Find somebody that actually deep dives the game and does an actual pretty decent job of the playthrough. I recommend Sugar Conroy because I grew up with Sugar Conroy, and I think Sugar is a really good YouTuber about exploring all the ins and outs of games. However, he did not do Heart Gold and Soul Silver, he has only done Crystal, which I think you'll get a good idea from there. Thing two, why Soul Silver, not Heart Gold? I had Soul Silver, and also, I like Lugia, so obvious choice there. And also, there are some version exclusives that I will perhaps be using on my team. More on that when we find them. Now, to make this run more exciting, I will be adding my own rule set here. This is nothing major, it's not a Nuzlocke. I do love Nuzlocks though, so I might perhaps do a Nuzlocke if this series is received well enough. Oh, that's also another thing. I am a very casual player when it comes to this game. So you won't see any high skill gameplay here, really. I'm just being honest. But yeah. As for my rules for playthrough, they will be in the description of all the parts of Soul Silver, just to kind of give you guys a rundown. But I'm going to be following at least two main rules. For one, I'm going to be playing on set. For those who don't know, set and switch. There are two ways to play Pokemon. You can either play on Switch or you can play on set. You can play on Shift or you can play on set. I forgot that's not called Switch. Basically what that is when someone is about to send out a Pokemon, be it an enemy trainer or gym leader, you get a prompt that says, would you like to change your Pokemon? I'm doing that mainly because I feel like that will bring some excitement into how I think about battles. And rather than a get-out-of-jail-free card like, haha, I switched to the Pokemon that's better than you. I personally prefer to play on set because I think set is fine. And rule 2. For a lot of the important fights, aka gym leaders, Team Rocket member, Rocket executives, and such, I will only be using the same amount of Pokemon as they will be using. I think that this will bring a good challenge into gym leaders, mainly because I'm only going to be using, however many Pokemon for certain gym leaders, so I thought that this would be kind of a cool thing to do for this region. This also means I'm going to try and get the same amount of Pokemon for my rival battles as well. Who's our rival? You'll see soon enough. And that's about all the main rules that I can think of off the top of my head. Of course, the description may have one extra one, but if not, then those are the two rules I will be mainly going over. But anyway, I have rambled enough. But before we get into this stuff, I think we should know what we're about to get into. So, adventure info. You're about to enter a world where you embark on a grand adventure of your very own. Speak to people and check things wherever you go, be it in towns, roads, or caves. Gather information and hints from every possible source. New paths will open when you help people in need, overcome challenges, and solve mysteries. At times, you will be challenged by others to a battle. At other times, wild creatures may stand in your way. By overcoming such hurdles, you will gain great power. However, your adventure is not solely about becoming powerful. On your travels, we hope that you will meet countless people, and through them, achieve personal growth. This is the most important objective of this adventure. The power of friendship. But anyway, I've rambled enough. We know what our adventure is about to get into. No info needed. Let us get into this. Looks like the sun is descending in the sky. So this would be what is called twilight, wouldn't it? Sorry to keep you waiting. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Oak. Everyone calls me the Pokemon Professor. Nice to meet you, Samuel. Nice to meet you, Samuel Oak. Before we go any further, I'd like to tell you a few things you should know about this world. This world is wildly inhabited by creatures known as Pokemon. We humans live alongside Pokemon as friends. At times we play together, and other times we work together. Some people use their Pokemon to battle and develop closer bonds with them. Now, could you tell me a little about yourself? Are you a boy or a girl? Will you please tell me? Yes, I will. I am a boy. I am a man. So, you're a boy then? Yes. Please tell me your name. Well, because I will never give out my actual name on this channel, I will be going by Seal. Your name is Seal? Correct. Seal, are you ready? Your very own tale of grand adventure is about to unfold. Fun experience, difficult experiences. There's so much waiting for you. Dreams, adventure. Let's go to the world of Pokemon. I'll see you later. Goodbye, Oak. So, basically, this is the second game in the series of Pokemon. Technically, they're lining this up, and of course, like I said before, they are remakes of the second games. So, this is 2 years after I believe, after the events of Kanto. Now, what happened to Kanto? Lots of stuff. I will probably go back and play Fire Red or Leaf Green if people want me to kind of give it's not going to be a prequel series. Nothing is going to be kind of interlocked in a timeline for my channel. It's going to just be I am playing these adventures casually and fun. So you'll boot up the PC and check the mailbox. Lyra. If you like to do with Lyra's mail, I would like to read it. Adventure. Excited. I love Pokemon. Lyra. Fair enough, Lyra. Oh, it's a Nintendo Wii. It's a Wii. The Wii is huge in Johto too. There's TV here. Alright, well, I'm getting in bed. Wake me up when it's over. I jest. We gotta leave out the front door. Hello, Mother. Hey, Seal, you're finally awake. Your friend Lyra was just here. She was? She was playing hide and seek with her Meryl. Oh, I almost forgot. Our acquaintance Professor Elm was looking for you. He said he had a favor to ask you. You know where his lab is, right? Right next door to us. By the way, do you have everything you need to go out? Here's the bag you used to carry things. This is your trainer card. Here you can save a record of your progress. These are also rather helpful. Just try touching the buttons. You know what to do in no time. Yes, because this was the DS. I have touchscreens. All right. Now, something I will be... Oh, goodness. This will be something I will probably be changing a lot because I like different text boxes. Right now we're going with blue because as you can tell from my layout, I am very blue focused. It's my favorite color. Elm is waiting for you, dear. Please go help him. Please go and help him. Yeah. I'm also not the greatest reader, so if I mess up lines, you guys can stone me in the comments. Raw. Hi, Lyra. Soundtrack is so peak. Windmills. Oh, Johto never changed. New Barktown, winds of a new beginning. Definitely some winds of a new beginning, alright. Yo, Seal. Professor Elm discovered some new Pokemon. Does not surprise me. Lyra's house. Well, we're seeking sources. I like your bag. Thanks! It's a duffel bag, I think. I don't know. Also, I will say one of my favorite things to do with the bag is just, I love that it shows every different compartment on the bag. I love that a lot. Pikachu's in a Pokemon. This fact was first discovered by Professor Elm. I was amazed by Professor Elm's findings. He's so fabulous in his research on Pokemon evolution. I wish I could be a researcher like him. Well, if you go to Pokemon's college, you gladly could also be a Pokemon professor. Do I know what the parameter is for trying to be a Pokemon professor? Nope. Also, something that I love about this game that not a lot of the games do, well, not much anyway, is the day-night cycle, which, unless I get up early in the morning, you'll mainly be seeing, like, afternoon, night cycle. Mainly because I am a very heavy sleeper. Let's go in here. Hey, Professor Elm's wife. Hi, Seal. My husband's so busy. I hope he's okay. When he's caught up with his Pokemon research, he even forgets to eat. That's... You know what, man? Same, Professor Elm. You just kid. When I grow up, I'm gonna help my dad. I'm going to be a great Pokemon professor. Professor Elm fucks. That's funny. Yo, red hair? So this is the famous Elm Pokemon lab. What are you staring at? Your head up? Elm's Pokemon lab. To be fair, in the original games, I think that he kicks you farther. I could be wrong. Well, you know what? I don't need no Pokemon. I'm gonna leave. Fight Seal. Huh? What do you think you're doing? Nothing. Did you just go out without Pokemon? Well, Pokemon jump out of the grass all the way to the next town. That's the case. Good to know. Smiles. Hello there, sir. Oh, me, I'm not the professor. He's in the back of the room. Ah, Professor Elm. Hi, Seal. I've been waiting for you. Do you know anything about my research? As you know, Pokemon are carrying Pokeballs these days. But before the Pokeball was invented, people used to walk with Pokemon, just like your friend Lyra does. Pokeballs are great because you can carry as many Pokemon, but walking to every Pokemon has some advantages. It can have something to do with Pokemon grow or evolve. So I'm going to give you a Pokemon. Can you walk beside this Pokemon, outside this Pokeball, to see if this brings you any special feelings or bonds between Pokemon and people? The device over there has some Pokemon you can choose from. Bro got a phone call. Hey, I got an email. Oh, an email. Okay. Hey, listen, I have an acquaintance that people call Mr. Pokemon. He keeps finding weird things raving about his discoveries. Anyway, I just got an email from him saying that this time it's real. It's probably another Pokemon egg, but we're still so busy with our Pokemon research. Wait, I know! You go to this place, right? We can count on you? Can we count on you? You can choose one of the Pokemon over there. So yes, Professor Elm, Professor Oak, and all the other tree professors. Yes, they're named after trees. I don't know why, they just are. Elm is one of my favorite professors, mainly because I like his design. You find a memo, if a Pokemon's trying to evolve, you can stop it. Press the B button during evolution. But we're gonna look at this giant big old machine. We got 3 Pokemon to choose from. And it is the hardest decision in a Pokemon game, and one of the first big decisions. We have 3 options. Totodile, the water-type Pokemon, is in this Pokeball. Chikorita, the grass-type Pokemon, is in this Pokeball. And Cyndaquil, the fire-type Pokemon, is in this Pokeball. So yes, and by hard decision, I mean not really that hard for a lot of people. Because of one reason. This thing. The Sinnoh starter, not the Sinnoh, my Sinnoh starters, I am wrong game. The Johto starters are 3 of my favorite design for first stage. I think all of them are really cute looking and really nice to look at. However, Chikorita, if you pick Chikorita, you're picking the hard mode for a lot of early game, and also just a lot of just everything in this game. Chikorita's weak to a lot of stuff early game, and it doesn't help that some of the stuff that we're going to encounter is part poison too. But if you like a challenge, and you can deal with Chikorita's flaws, Chikorita's actually pretty solid. I think Chikorita is a very good grass type, even though the grass type does get shafted a lot. I've used Chikorita multiple times in playthroughs and Nuzlocks. I like Chikorita. I think Chikorita gets a lot of hate because of its flaws, but when worse comes to worse, Chikorita is probably one of the if you want to play the game on hard mode, I highly recommend Chikorita. If not, then Chikorita probably won't be for you. Next up, Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil, I wouldn't call the easy mode, but you are going to have an easier time for a lot of the early game stuff with Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil has the earliest evolution out of the free starters, so Cyndaquil has that going for it. It's a fire type. Fire types are usually pretty good for early game, especially for one of the early game gyms. All around, Cyndaquil is a very good fire type and just a pretty great starter. All the starters are good. I really don't have a least favorite out of the three. But if you forced me to say, I would say Chikorita, just because Chikorita has a lot of flaws. And then finally, everyone's happy favorite alligator, Totodile. Or Crocodile. My bad. Totodile's very good. You really won't have a problem with using Totodile, as water types are very useful. However, like all games, like all the starters, Totodile doesn't use the pure typing. And by all starters, I mean the starters that we have selected here. So whatever you choose here is going to stay pure water, pure fire, and pure grass. With this, Totodile has a few flaws. Being pure water is good, but it could be better. A lot of problems with Totodile comes from just there's a lot better water types, there's a lot better water types in this generation that you can get access to pretty early. One of them is literally outside of the second city, I believe. Totodile altogether, though, is a really fun guy, a very good physical attacker, which you don't see too often in water types, especially with that jaw. It can learn a lot of good moves, of course, bite-related moves, because, I mean, look at the guy's jaw. Totodile is one I always choose as well if I don't really want to do Chikorita, but I've used Totodile and Chikorita quite a bit. So, I think that I need to give some love to our little fire thing. I don't know what to call Cyndaquil. So yeah, we're going with Cyndaquil. So I'll take Cyndaquil, the fire Pokemon. Yes, I will. Hi, buddy. So you'll receive Cyndaquil from Professor L. Give it a Cyndaquil that you received. Yes. It's a male Cyndaquil. Okay. I could literally just do, like, I'm gonna call you Flame. But, yeah. Instead, I am going to give you the name of... You'll be given the name of Hugo. I totally know how to use one. So, Hugo the Cyndaquil. Is Hugo the name you want to give it? Yes. For the team Hugo. How do you like walking with your Pokemon? It's not bad, is it? You can take it all the way to Mr. Pokemon's house. If Pokemon gets hurt, you should heal with this machine. It's so easy to use, just like the PC on my desk. Mr. Pokemon goes everywhere and finds rarities. His house is just past Cherry Grove City. Go north, past Cherry Grove. I'm counting on you, soon. Thanks. Gee, thanks! Nope. What should have these help you task? Potions! Let's go. Yeah, so potions are... So, Now, this is something that I will always say that this is the best version of it, no matter what. The walking around with Pokemon, and the Pokemon actually just keeps following you and doesn't, like, lag behind. What do you think, Hugo? Are you happy? Yeah! Smile! Hell yeah! Later generations try the walking around feature, and it's just not good. Heart Gold and Soul Silver, a game that is almost 2 decades old, is better than current day Pokemon following, which is crazy to me. But anyway, let's look at Hugo's stats. Naive. Okay. Often dozes off. That's funny. He's a sleepy boy. Alright. I forget what Naive does. I think that's special. I think that ups special attack, I believe. If I remember correctly. What is that decrease special? Oh, you're a fast boy. Okay. Yeah, so basically how natures work is basically your Pokemon will have a nature and then a little blurble thing underneath the nature and met at level 5 with your location. Basically what that is it's an I think it's like IVs or EVs, I don't know example. It's a lot of mumbo jumbo I don't understand. However, I understand natures. Natures basically will either give you a buff in a stat and a decrease in a stat. For example, my Cyndaquil has good speed, is going to be very speedy, but is going to suck taking special attacks because of special defense, which, you know, isn't the most horrible thing. Basically, there are 20-something natures, and like 4 of them are neutral, which means it doesn't affect any of your stats, and your Pokemon is not going to have any bonuses or anything like that. Also, to kind of go over these stats real quick, attack is what your physical attack moves are is how much power your physical attack moves are. Defense is how you can take physical attacks. Special attacks are your special attacks, or special attack is how good your special attacks are. Special defense is how good you can take special attacks, and then speed is how fast you are. Also, this is also one of the games, because it's a Generation 4, that the physical special split happened. So physical moves are physical, and special moves and certain moves are actually special based, and certain moves are physical. Like, for example, Tackle is a physical move, because how it used to be was they had certain types of certain type moves be special, and certain types be physical. Like, I think water, fire, and grass were all special, and then, like, normal, for example, and fighting are physical. Which sounds okay on paper, until you realize that a lot of Pokemon weren't built for stats like this. This is something that all Pokemon fans love, that this happened, because it makes Pokemon so much more useful. But yeah, we started our adventure, got a new friend. Oh, hi, Lyra. Seal, so you picked a Cyndaquil. That's a cute Pokemon you have. When you walk with it, it becomes more friendly. You should turn around and talk to it sometimes. Oh, that's right. Why don't you show it to your mom? See ya. I guess you could say Celia. I'm so funny. But anyway, I think we did enough for this first part. We got our adventure off the ground. If I have any mic issues, please tell me in the comments, because I've been fidgeting with my mic. But yeah, so we start in the region of Johto with a new fire hedgehog? I don't know what Cyndaquil is. But yeah, so in the next episode, we will head to Cherry Grove City and go see what Mr. Pokemon was on about. But yeah, so from the bottom of my heart, this will be Seal99 Plays, signing.